Hi guys, I'm imasickmofo and I'm here to talk to you about some beginner's tips and tricks that can help you survive and thrive in Arc Raiders. So be sure to tip your tube operator, head down to your pod, buckle in, and let's get ready to go. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to be talking about is stamina management. So as you jog, you're going to be just fine, your stamina doesn't go down, but as soon as you start sprinting, your stamina is going to drain. Now you don't see my stamina bar going down just yet, but once you do see it pop up, you'll notice that it's not entirely full. So we're going to go ahead and just drain this all the way down so that you can see how we run without any stamina. And spoiler alert, it's not very fast. You can't do too much without stamina. But here we go. So you can see my raiders absolutely exhausted, just trudging along. And that's not great because without stamina, you can't roll well, which brings us to our next tip, the two different types of rolls in this game. The first type of roll you can do is a jog roll. When you're jogging and you roll, you really don't go very far. But when you sprint and roll, you really launch yourself. It does cost a little bit more stamina, but it's well worth it and can really do things like get you behind cover more efficiently and keep you alive for just that much longer. Our next tip is about sliding, which is a great way to traverse large areas of the map very quickly as long as they're downhill. While sliding does initially cost some stamina, like jumping or running or rolling, you can see if you slide for long enough that your stamina will actually start to regenerate, so it does make it a very cost-efficient way to move. Definitely more cost-effective than sprinting everywhere you go. This next tip should save your ankles a bit of pain. While falling from any height, you're able to catch onto a ledge and pull yourself up, preventing any fall damage. Unless you miss, in which case you're going to taste the pavement. But here you can see I'm pulling myself up. And here you're going to watch me drop down, and you can actually chain that together as many times as you need to. This can also be used to travel the map in creative ways and get to areas much quicker than you would be able to otherwise. Next, I have a few tips about ziplines for you. Momentum matters when getting on a zipline. If you just jump and get on, you'll start slow and slowly pick up speed. Now, if you start off running into the zipline, You'll begin very fast, and oh, there's a Rocketeer. I better get out of here. Oh man, I hope he doesn't see me. Okay, we're back. We are back, and that Rocketeer is gone. So let's continue on with ziplines. The next thing I wanted to talk about is the fact that you can change direction mid-zip. So what you want to do for this is to look the other way, jump, and reconnect. If you do miss the reconnect, you will fall, and depending on where the zipline is, that could be very bad for you. You can also stay in one space on the zipline as long as you control your momentum while jumping and reconnecting. While using a vertical zipline, when you look up and attach to the zipline, you're going to travel up. That being said, to go down, you're going to look down and attached to the zipline. Now there is one exception to this, and it's when you go up and you're at the very top, you can look up, attach to the zipline, and you still go down. And it works on the bottom too. If you look down, you'll go up. If there's no room to go on the zipline, you'll just go the other way. If there's anything in the path of your zipline, it will knock you off. That includes fences, gates, buildings, even other players. So make sure to check those ziplines before taking off across them, or else you could definitely end up with a headache. You can even catch a zipline in the middle of a fall to not take any fall damage. Now, to do this, you do have to catch a zipline high enough so that it disperses the momentum coming down. First thing you're going to want to do when loading into a match is open up your map, see what's nearby, make a plan for where you want to go, and start heading that way. You can see when you highlight areas on the map, it will tell you what kind of loot you can expect there. So for this round, we're going to be going to the power generation complex, and as you saw on the map, it has electrical and industrial loot available there. So as we make our way over there, just be careful about any ARC or players roaming. And now that we're here, you can see those buses from my spring farming guide. But now that we're here, let's get to looting. Well, some loot's going to be sitting out in the open. Most of it's going to be found in containers. Some containers you can just open, but if it says breach and search, you'll go into an animation where you pry the case open. That prying does make noise that can alert other raiders as well as ARC to your location, so be careful when you decide to do that. One last important thing to remember about containers is that they are randomized. While some containers do pull from specific loot pools, you're never going to get the same loot in two containers. Also, the placement of certain containers can be randomized, like weapons cases. They can spawn in different spots. Once you've filled your bag, you're going to want to make your way over to an extraction point to return to Speranza. Now, calling in the extraction and returning to Speranza will take a little bit of time, so keep your head on a swivel. A lot of locations have certain puzzles that you can complete, and these puzzles can range from finding and pushing buttons that are spread across the location to picking up batteries and putting them into a generator, like I'm doing on this puzzle. This is the Ancient Fort puzzle on the Blue Gate map. I might do an in-depth guide on this at some point. But you can see I'm putting this battery in the generator. I'm going off to find another battery. There's only so many places these can spawn. And while this can be time-consuming and dangerous to do on your own, like they say in the tooltip menu, some of the best gear can be found behind locked doors. So I've got the third battery, and before I put it in, I'm going to show you the trapdoor that we're trying to open. So as you can see, there's two lights lit above it. That's from the two batteries I've already put in. Let me go ahead and get this last battery put in so you can see what happens when it's fully open. As you can see, the lights have turned green, the trapdoor is open, and let's see what we get in here. And I'll go over how to get into these security breach lockers in just a little bit. Alrighty, let's talk about what you can do in Speranza, or in other words, your main menu. You've got your workshop that has all your benches, and Scrappy, your rooster, that does collect scraps for you. Make sure that you're going in and claiming your scraps. Make sure that you're leveling up your benches. For Scrappy, it looks like I need 6 mushrooms and some comfortable pillows. This is your workbench. You can craft some basic stuff here. This is the only bench you're going to have before you get your other benches. Here's your gun bench. You can upgrade guns from here. You can craft guns from here. You can craft gun components from here. And you see I just leveled up my Venator. This is your explosive station. And you are going to want to level these up as quick as possible so that you can craft higher tier gear. This is going to be your gear bench. You craft your augments and shields from here. This is your refiner. You refine basic crafting materials into more advanced crafting materials here. This is your medical bench. You build shields, bandages, and this is your utility station. It's one of my favorite stations. So over here in your Raider tab, you have your skill tree. I highly recommend going for the mobility tree first. Those two that I have up above the first one, definitely max those out. The Marathon Runner and Youthful Lungs. They're so important to being able to, keep up with people. This is going to let you customize the skins that you have. You can change colors. You can add pieces on and off of your current skin. You can equip different emotes. This is where you can check on your trial progress. As you get stars in trials, you'll get gear, and that can range from weapon attachments to blueprints. These are the traders. They're going to give you quests that you can do while topside. I'm going to go ahead and turn in a quest here so you can see how it's done. And as you can see, I got a lore grenade blueprint that I needed. This is Celeste. She sells crafting components for assorted seeds. Shani sells a variety of equipment for cred. And then the rest of your traders are going to sell their gear for coins. Now, most people do think that the traders are a bit of a ripoff. I think in the beginning they're kind of necessary. The deck page is where you're going to be able to unlock a lot of gear and cosmetics for cred. So that's going to be the other place to spend cred other than Shani. And this is your store page. It's going to have all of your premium content like skins and emotes and backpack charms. Let's talk about dealing with other raiders and what that means. While exploring topside, you will run into other raiders. Some of them will be friendly, some of them will not be. It's really up to you on how you want to play. You can definitely be friendly and help people, and you could also be a menace. And there's nothing wrong with either way of playing. I definitely play PvP, and I definitely play PvE. Right now I'm being helpful, so let's go see what he's doing. Actually, I think I need those mushrooms, so give me 1 second. But yeah, he seems to be doing all right now, and give him a little friendly jump. And then I'm going to skedaddle because I wasn't really looking to team up with anyone this round. Another thing you can do when encountering another raider to show that you're friendly is to give him a couple flashes with your flashlight. It's generally accepted as a sign of being friendly, even though I think I might have scared the poop out of this guy. Luckily, no bullets were exchanged, though, so the sign definitely worked. Not every raider you meet is going to be friendly. In fact, some of them are going to do what feels like a cheap shot and shoot you while you're looting. And the best thing you can do in this situation is just get away, get to a place where they can't see you, and they don't have a line of sight on you, and heal up. And then you can make the decision on whether or not to go back to mess them up. My last bit of advice is to not panic. No matter what situation you're in, even if it seems bad, there's generally something you can do. And if not, that's okay. Not every round is supposed to be won. And there's nothing you can lose in this game that you can't replace either by crafting or finding it. So don't take it too seriously. It is a game, and it's supposed to be fun.